The rock drake is arguably the best creature in all of Ark. However, getting your first rock drake egg is going to put all of your survivor skills to the test. In today's video, I'm going to show you a relatively safe, quick, and easy method to go about getting your very first rock drake. We are going to be starting things off right here at about 47.2 by 40.7 on the map. This is actually the location of my base on Aberration. You do not need to build your base here like I have, but I would recommend at least putting down an outpost here, because this is where we are going to start and where we are going to finish. So from this large waterfall here, we are going to jump down and glide all the way down into the nesting area. You might also notice that I have some cliff platforms sticking out of the cliff. Once we've retrieved our egg and have made our way back up here, we are going to use climbing picks to make our way all the way back up to the bioluminescent zone. The gear that you are going to want to bring down with you into the depths is a full hazmat suit with an equipped wingsuit, a backup suit, 3 to 5 climbing picks depending on the tier, at least one cryopod with a megalosaurus inside. I'm bringing a backup megalosaurus just in case. My main megalosaurus is not a super high level. He doesn't have any stacked mutations, but he is 100% imprinted, and that should be more than enough to get the job done down there. I'm also bringing a ranged weapon so that we can draw in drakes from a distance. Finally, you will also need a light pet. Alright, let's get started. Okay. For some reason didn't want to deploy the wingsuit there. So we're basically just going to follow the pink river all the way down, going through the spine. Usually likes to lag a little bit here for some reason. That didn't do it this time. We're shooting for that pink waterfall at the end. We're going to want to land to the right of it. We'll go ahead and call it right here. There we go. So as soon as you land, throw out your megalosaurus, start heading down. So this is kind of the landmark you want to look for, this big blue glowing wall. There's going to be a series of switchbacks here that we are going to follow all the way down into the rock drake nests. Okay, so if you see these little yellow nodes in the wall, that's kind of the indication that nesting area is nearby. There's a really large nesting area over there, but that's not the one we want to go for. Instead, we're going to head over here to the left. And here we are. This is the nesting area that we want to go for. I think this one is a little easier to get to and get out of. As soon as you get in here, there is going to be a ton of rock drakes. So start dealing with them. Come here, feller. You! Rock drakes have a tendency to try and get behind you, which can be really annoying, so just be aware of that. Just like that. And we have a mated pair here, so they'll get a buff. Alright, so like I said, there's tons of rock drakes in here. You will not be able to get rid of all of them, so don't even try, but you do want to thin them out as much as you can. So the nests are going to be these little alcoves in here. As you can see, there's an egg over there. So you want to look for these little holes walled out in the rock. That's going to be where eggs will be found. So doesn't seem to be any down there. Come here, buddy. Friend. So what we're going to do is just follow this path around and keep an eye out for an egg. Ooh, that's a nice looking blue. I like this guy. That's a female too. So there could be a possibility that she has an egg around here somewhere. That'd be a nice one to get. So you're going to follow this path. You don't want to go that way. You want to follow it around to the right. Another blue one. I like that one too. Okay, so the path kind of ends right here. It's interesting. You usually don't see rock drakes out of the cloak mode, so I don't know what he's doing. Must have been hitting the nameless venom too hard. So okay, this is awesome. So this is about the best that we could have hoped for. We have an egg above us, which is going to be perfect because that means that we are going to be able to climb up to it. As soon as we grab it, we can just jump back down onto our Megalosaurus and deal with the onslaught of rock drakes. So before I go up there, I'm going to just take a peek around. Make sure there are none nearby. There's one over there. There's that one over there. They do climb on the walls and the ceilings too, so just keep an eye out. Because we want to have enough time to at least get back down to our Megalosaurus. These typically don't work very well here. Where'd it go? Okay, it's right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Yeah. Nope. Alright. So we're gonna go with the climbing picks. These can be pretty janky down here as well. I don't know what it is about the rock surfaces down in the nests, but they don't seem to like climbing picks, as you can see right there. Come on. Well, okay, that was weird. So just take it slow. Alright, here we go. Grab it. You can hear them flying in already. So we're going to stand and fight for a little bit. We want to try and get rid of as many of them as we can before we head out. It'll make our life easier. There's some junk. Alright, that went excellent. So, like I said, you want to come in here. Don't go for the highest level egg. Just look for the easiest one to get to, because once you have a rock drake, you put some levels into it, you're going to be able to come back in here pretty much whenever you want, and it's going to be trivial. But the first one that you do without a rock drake is the hardest, so don't, you know, don't go for the gold, so to speak. Just find one that's easy and safe to get to. Grab that one and get out. That one was about the best. It was in the pretty much the best location that I could have hoped for, because it was above me. If you have one below you, like down in the pit, what you will probably have to do is drop down with your Megalosaurus and try to get into the alcove. Grab it, get back on the Megalosaurus, and then drop down. fight the rock drakes, try to clear them out, and then once you're done, cryopod the Megalosaurus, rock climb back up to this little pathway, and then throw your Megalosaurus back out and keep going. Because as far as I know, there is not a path down there that will lead you out of the trench. I'm pretty sure it's kind of a dead end. You're gonna have to climb out, so. Oops, took the wrong path. So now we're just gonna trace our steps back, basically, heading up this way, heading back to the lake at the end with the waterfall. Alright, so we're back at our blue landmark. That means we're almost there, to the waterfall at least. So a few points I wanted to make to reinforce about the rock drake nests. You want to have your Megalosaurus very close to you, because as soon as you grab that egg you're going to get swarmed, and you will in all likelihood not be able to get away. So you want your mount there to be able to protect you, because as long as you're on the mount, you are not going to take damage. The mount will. So and that's what you want. So don't try to drop down, you know, rock climb back up on your own. You will get killed. Instead, bring the Megalosaurus with you as far as you can, and always try to keep it within arm's reach. So while I'm recovering some stamina, there is a dossier right here as you're heading back up the ramp. Alright, so we're almost home free. So we're here at the other waterfall. Where did you come from? Okay. I'm gonna throw me a surprise party. That's sweet. Appreciate it. So at this little lake, there are Purlovia that spawn. You can see one right there. So just be aware of that, because they will burrow and can pounce on you. So we're going to cut across here. If you look up right there, you can see the platforms that I've built as waypoints for the climb. From time to time, you also want to check on your hazmat suit to make sure it's not about to break. If it is, you may want to switch it out to avoid the radiation sickness. So we're going to head over here, the base of this cliff. I like to kind of clear out the trees so that I have a better view of my surroundings before I start climbing. Is there something on my platform? I think there is. What is that? There's a couple of things. Dude, That's a Carnotaurus just freeloading on my platform, dude. Free real estate, man. It's free real estate. Alright. I think we are more or less in the clear. We're going to go ahead and drink some bug juice here. Make sure my guy's charged up. And what we're going to do is cryopod Megalosaurus here. These jerks are probably going to try and knock me off. Anyway, let's go. Hey! Get off of that. You! Yeah, you! Hey! Get out of here! Get out of here! Good. Alright. So, I built these way stations just as a visual cue. You see I got a torch on them so I can kind of spot them from a distance, and also just as a way to rest in between as I'm climbing up this massive cliff. If you have a higher tiered rock climbing pick, you don't really need these. You'll just want to, when your stamina is about to run out, just stop moving, replenish your stamina, and keep going. But I just like having them here because it gives me sort of something to look for as I'm heading up so I don't get turned around. And like I said, if my picks are about to break, I can switch out. There we are, we made it. So now that you have your first rock drake egg, you're going to need to make sure that your base has all of the necessary amenities. You're going to need some air conditioners in order to incubate it. Drop it. So the wiki page says you need like 20 of these ACs in order to incubate one, but I don't think so. I am running the S Plus mod, which might make these run more efficient. I'm not sure, but I really don't think you need 20. That's an insane amount, but the temperature does need to be really cold. You could always, I guess, tame up a Dimetrodon, even though they are a pain to tame, but on this river there are Dimetrodons that spawn. Also, you will want to have a refrigerator so you can store the nameless venom, because it spoils fairly quickly. So other than that, that's about all you need for a rock drake. If you want to build the saddle, you're going to need red gems. So you might need to take another trip down into the radiation zone to mine some red gems. Other than that, that's pretty much all there is to getting your first rock drake egg. After watching this, I hope that you can now go out and get your very own rock drake egg and raise up one of these handsome fellas. They will totally change your life in this game. That's all I have for now. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. That's it for now. Love you. Bye.